We're here today on this beautiful fall day as town leaders because we know the importance of what's happening very shortly. As town leaders, we know what the town needs, what the district needs. We need someone who's going to represent us and represent us in many different ways. We can only take a look at the State House to see what's being done right now. If you follow closely, it wasn't that many years ago that the state wisely passed the open meeting law. But does that follow at the State House? It doesn't. It's kind of funny that we out here are open and transparent, but when it gets into the State House, there's actually meetings going on behind doors. We need someone who's going to be fighting against that and lead us in the right direction. I know that we're in tough times. We need someone who's going to make sure that we get the proper fundings to make sure that we can actually keep all our things going. We need someone who's been in the trenches locally. And Paul Avella has been a leader in his church. Paul Avella has been on the building committee. He's been on the school building committee. You only have to look at the building behind us. He's a member of the school committee. He's been there. He's seen what needs to be done. And that's the kind of leadership that we really need. I know that when I look for someone that I know that I can turn to, make the phone call and say, Paul, I need this, or the town needs this type of thing. And I know that he'll do that type of thing. He's someone who's been out there and sees what has to be done, and not just sitting in Boston on Capitol Hill and with that little crowd and not coming back to the community. I always say there's three things in leaders have to have. They have to have the desire to work with the people and do what's best for the community. They have to have the dedication of endless hours to make it work, and they have to be disciplined all the time. And that discipline means many different factions of life. Disciplined in how they act and how they service the town and their community. There's one person running right now that I am so comfortable with and that I'm supporting, and our leaders in the town are supporting, and that's Paul Avella.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. After working with Paul over the last 4 years, I've come to trust him. He's brought a sense of teamwork between our various boards and committees and residents of the town. He's shown some leadership skills both in his personal, his professional, his military, and his public service career that I think will help us in the State House. He's brought a rare balance of fighting for the needs of the children, yet having some fiscal conservatism and balancing our budget that I think will help at the State House as well. I walked with Paul up to the State House, fought for Chapter 70 reform for Littleton, and I know he'll do some of those same things for our communities once he gets to the State House. Thank you.
As a new member of the Board of Selectmen in Littleton, I look to leadership and the leadership abilities of local politicians also. And Paul Avella has proven himself with his military career, his ability to communicate and to get the job done with the school committee and the building committee. And with two kids in the school system, it's my pleasure and my honor to endorse Paul Avella for state rep. I believe he will represent Chelmsford, Westford, and Littleton and all the people of that district on an even and fair basis. So good luck, Paul, and congratulations.
Charlie Ellis, the current chair of the school committee. I've had the pleasure and honor of working with Paul Avella the last few years on that board, and I want to tell you that Paul has the ability to work collaboratively in tough economic times to help the board make good decisions for our students and this whole town. It's been a real pleasure, and I support Paul 100%.
Charlie, thanks very much.
Joe, Ken, Jim, Charlie, thank you. And thanks to everybody for coming on out here today. Standing in front of the Littleton Middle School has a great deal of symbolic and very personal memories for me right now. Two reasons. First, I am on the school committee, and I'm also on the building committee. So first, let's talk about the building committee. I worked with some very, very fine people who worked extremely hard to bring this building to fruition. Teamwork. It was teamwork for a great many people. Gentlemen standing here in front of you right now. And the people on the building committee and various other people who served over the time. But it's working through that teamwork that we're able to bring a building such as this together and bring it in under budget. We're very proud of that because those fiscal concerns, as Ken mentioned, are important to us. We can't just spend money endlessly, and these are things that we're all working towards so that we can control. provide what we can within our means, and we're working very hard to make that happen. As a member of the school committee, it just does my heart good to know that we're able to have this facility with the teachers, the staff, everybody that comes together so that we do educate our children. Our children are our most precious resource. Taking good care of them so that they grow into good, prosperous citizens, that's the mission of the school department here in Littleton. That's the mission of every school department. It should be. So that when a child at 18 years old or so walks across the stage and picks up his or her diploma from whichever school it may be, that child's prepared for life in this 21st century, and we prepared that child to proceed and pursue what it is he or she wants to do later in life. If we've done that, we will have done our job, and that's what we strive to do each and every day. It's whether or not on the school committee, and also, as you see, the members of the Board of Selectmen and various other committees here in town. And working together in that collaborative environment is what's important. We don't see enough of that on Beacon Hill, and that's what I want to bring to Beacon Hill, is that ability to build teams, work collaboratively, and provide leadership. Because all too often, we have too many followers, but we do have some rulers also. The thing is, I see a very distinct difference between ruling and leading. Ruling, it's just a case of someone's going to tell you to do something, and by gosh, you're going to go and do it because you've been told to do it. Leaders take people to destinations. Leaders have people who willingly want to go to that destination. I bring that. I have a career in the military, career in civic life, career in business life. I've demonstrated successes. And that's what I want to bring to Beacon Hill. And I believe we can do that. And we see the financial problems we have in our state that predate any of the national issues confronting us right now. We see a budget that's over $1 billion out of whack. That budget was out of whack back in December. Our legislators knew it, our governor knew it. Instead, through smoke and mirrors and promises that the revenue would be there to match the expenditures, we passed that budget, and what do we have today now? We're roughly 1/4 into the year and nearly $250 million short. We take that over the length of the year, here's the $1 billion now. $1 billion that will be short. You've already seen our governor looking to take emergency powers so that he can begin the cuts. Well, the folks here standing with me today, and the people in the Chelmsford committees, the Westford committees, all those commissions, those boards also, plan their town budgets based on the word we were getting in the budget that was passed this past June. Now we're going to have to go back, and there's going to be a lot of work that has to take place, and there are going to be cuts. And anybody denying that there's going to be cuts in our system is not giving you the truth. The truth, ladies and gentlemen, is we will be facing cuts. We already know that from the state level. It's going to flow down, and how it impacts the towns and cities at this point still remains to be seen. The hard work should have been done in June. It wasn't. That's the kind of promise that I would give you. We do the hard work up front, so as we go ahead and execute, it becomes easy. I thank everybody out here today. These are people that each and every day work extremely hard here in the town of Littleton. I've had the opportunity to work with each one of these gentlemen personally and on a very intimate and, as I say, personal basis. Certainly with Charlie Ellis on the school committee, very close. Joe as chairman of the Board of Selectmen, Ken, the previous chairman, and Jim stepping forward, saw a need in our community to come out, who's been involved in so many other things. You see him right now ready today because he's going to be coaching a JV football game. Jim's involved in the town, he has been, stepped forward to become a Board of Selectmen. We're very happy to have all these folks on board. So again, Jim, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Good luck.
Thank you, Paul. Good luck.
Thank you. Joe.
Mr. Rep.
Thanks.
Good luck, Paul.
Thank you, Charlie. And thank you, folks. Thank you.